That's right. Now I think I'm live on the old tubes of the Ubes, hopefully. And now we are. Cool. The first part of that VODs is going to be Alrighty. And they're like, Serenity. Oh, cool. Speaking of an intro.
They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
Did we get further than this last time? Or am I just mentioning things? Yep. That's right. And the sun and whatnot had no idea. Cool. Onwards and upwards, I guess. Do we need to go rest our characters? They've got these injuries. Head traumas, broken ribs. Is there a quick way of doing that, or just have to kind of make our way?
There will be no peace in my wake.
Oh, okay. I've got one little sword. Ship is Void Dock Alfarero, yeah? I do like all the art and font and stuff, but man, it makes navigating like a little difficult at glance. Like I have to look over to the left, which is like not a big issue, but yes. I know people hate the tower, right? You hate the tower. Rev hates the tower. You don't hate the tower? Because
Patience.
but they also have sick
nerves
fucking Gundam
afraid.
mechs. I'm like, that'd be cool as fuck to paint. Yeah. It really appeals to me. I'm like, damn, that's sick. Oh. Really? Now, what do we want to trade off here? We got a bunch of stuff here. Oh yeah. Giku, hello, how are you? Wow, so they're old. Oh, it's young. Oh. How old is the human civilization in this year? Like, the setting? '40th millennium. Oh, wow. Okay. And the tower discovered 5,000 years ago. Right, yep. They love machines. No. Shit, it is grim, isn't it? Just these alien creatures just banging sticks together, making fire, and they're like, just another obstacle in our way. Okay. How many years? Right. Wow. Right. Right.
The debt of servitude to the Imperium must be paid at all costs. Report workers who show insufficient zeal to the
Because they're working together.
the right of servitude in perpetuous will relieve them of the scourge of doubt and render them unto the glorious yoke of piety.
Right, so the tower, like, basically a society or a civilization of creatures or people, whatever you want to call them. They were like, let's work together and we can achieve the most. And the whole Warhammer universe is like, see, this is all shit and crap over here. This is the tower, and they work together. This was what it could be. Right. Right. Hmm.
Those guys are cunts. You're just condescending. Got it. And so yeah, they met the orcs. The one of the diplomats learned
Hmm.
how to speak to the orcs. He learned their ways. He learned their customs. He studied them. He even discovered that their currency is teeth because they just keep growing their teeth out.
Right.
So if you're an orc, you need a bit of spare change. You turn to your buddy beside you and you just crack him in the jaw. Spit some money out for you. It's just how they work, and it's technically it's a really, really good economy for them because no one person can hoard all the wealth.
It's a pretty fucked up place to be in the Warhammer universe, for sure.
And so they went and spoke to the orcs, and he even had a great big crate of teeth. Don't ask where he got them from. Don't ask where they got them from. And the orcs were like, "Oh, sweet teeth," and then just beat the fuck out of the diplomat and his envoy. And so it's like, all right, orcs, throw fires on. They then met the Imperials. They started expanding out to other planets and whatnot.
Hmm.
And they colonized one, and they sort of realized not too far away was an Imperial city. And this is on like the fringes of space, so it's not really close to like Earth. It's not near any like Space Marine chapters. Nothing. None of like the big major super dangerous factions of the Imperium. Aside from the Imperium itself. They spoke to them and they started up trade.
Oh.
And they're like, so we can actually talk to the humans, and they started bringing the humans into like their fold of the greater good and such. We don't care if you continue to worship this god emperor fellow that you all do. We think that's marvelous that you have something that you're so passionate about. Everybody needs a hobby. Everybody needs some sort of soul soothing. That is fantastic. We just want to start trade, and the city started doing really, really well.
Right.
Because open trade, it had all these new exotic goods, production was up, people were happy, people were productive, it was fucking great. And the Imperium found out went, this place is doing too well. So, some officials showed up, discovered the tower, they went, they're consorting with Xenos. That is a big, big no-no in the Imperium. So they sent, some space marines and whatnot, and they sent, guard in and fucked off the tower, and there was a bit of a fight, and that's when they discovered that, the tower have vastly outdone them in terms of weaponry.
Right.
So, but the tower's still like, okay, so we can talk to some of the Imperium, but not all of the Imperium. And then they hear some chatter, something about Space Marines or something. What was that? Oh, it's probably just like that tide or whatever. And then Space Marines arrived. And they very quickly discovered, the Space Marines discovered that the tower aren't super pushovers, because they got off their ship, ready to go, and they went, what's that glint in the dip before a rail went through it? Again, the tower have ranged weaponry. You cannot outdo them in that. You can, but it's difficult. And then, the tower also discovered that you cannot talk to the Space Marines. You cannot negotiate with them. And, they've captured humans before and, somewhat indoctrinated them a little bit into their whole for the greater good. And some people have even gone willingly and gone, you guys seem like you've got a pretty good thing here. Can I join?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, come in. We'll find a place for you. What did you do with the Imperium? Oh, I was a factory worker. I pulled a lever for 23 hours of a day. Oh, cool. Well, all you need to do here is push this button 3 times a day, but your shift only goes for 8.5 hours. And here are your accommodations. Alright, cool. So where do I suck the scum off the wall for sustenance? Oh, no. We have meals here. Fuck. Awesome. So that happens, but they tried capturing his, well, they captured a Space Marine. They tried to get to his head. And because of just how up their ass and arrogant the Space Marines are, well, not want to say arrogant, but because of how brainwashed they are and how fucking loyal they are, and the fact that you cannot convince them otherwise.
Right.
The people who were, like, digging around in his head, you know, using whatever weird magic they have and such, they just fucking died as the Space Marine in question sent both of his hearts into cardiac arrest.
Both of his hearts.
Space Marines have 2 hearts.
Oh my god.
And they have 2 hearts, 3 lungs, 2 stomachs, and a whole series of other...
Why? They have so many organs.
Well, so the 2 hearts is because you've now got this person who was going to be regular size, but is now fucking, you know...
Right.
You know, like, thinking about the average height today is like, you know, 6 foot roughly. That's sort of where heights sort of cap out.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same in the 41st millennium. So you've now got people who would have been 6 foot, are now 8, 9 foot, and they've got all this extra muscle mass and whatnot, so they need all these additional implants.
Right.
So they've got the 2 stomachs, so that it helps them, you know, not be poisoned. You know, you eat a piece of poisoned food, the first stomach filters the poison out. And, you know, protects the space, but they've got like a weird sort of corrosive stuff in their saliva that they can spit, that can corrode like sort of basic metals and whatnot. They can also do things like eat rocks and such to get like just a little bit of sustenance.
Eat rocks.
If they need it, like it's
These guys are insane.
yeah. They've got the 3 lungs, so you know it's harder for them to be, you know, choked out because they can hold their breath for longer, etc. It's a whole fucking thing. Even bloody Gilliman, the head Ultramarine, has this whole scene in one of the novels where he gets sucked out into the void of space. Instead of going, he just gets pissed off and proceeds to just wreck house until he finds another hole to come in. It's just, yeah. But, yeah, so the tower, and the reason why they're so fucking... The tower are weirdly fucking suspicious because of the whole ethereal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, these guys just walked in. And everyone just let them pass. And people seem to just not be able to say no to them.
Right.
So it's like, what are they doing? How are they doing that? If a person in the Tower Society is going, you know, oh man, what if there's like something better out there than the greater good? What if I need to... If they start thinking a bit too independently, they're sent to re-education camps for reprogramming.
Jesus.
You know, like it's a really fucking, like, you look at it and you live it and you go, this is fucking amazing, this is fantastic, but then what happened over there? Oh, you know, fucking Doug over there just wanted to change what caste he was in. Oh my, where are they taking him? Oh, I don't know. They take him down to the basement and then they come out smiling again. Must be fun.
Wowzers. What a weird place
Yeah.
to be. Also, hello, Mayagiku and Leitru joining in for that lore dump. That was awesome.
Bit of a load up to you.
That was great. What do we got here? What the? What happened there?
I think I fast figured the key to go out.
Oh. Well, we got Stim, Zip, Medkits, Machine Right Sets, and then we got this. Yeah, the manual gives an owner +6 Medicaid. That's cool. Then a plasma pistol. 15 to 19 damage with 40% armor pen. Overcharge extra damage. Overcharge area attack. Plasma weapons, huh? That sounds good.
We've also got this Sea Delphin pattern Omnisire axe.
Yeah. Selling for that now too.
Hand that over to old Pascal.
Hell yeah. Combat Manipulator. Uses a non-attacking consumable item, Stim Medicaid. It counts as an attack of a different type than the previous attack for the purpose of versatility. What?
No fucking idea.
Yes, I'll take it.
Sure.
Okay, we got nothing else worth flobbing off.
Let's see. Right, upgradable. Select critical. Increased up to, well, almost progressed up to 10.
Nice. Okay. Cool. Back to the ship, I suppose.
Regardless of the presence of individuals in the red zone, please dismiss and stand clear of the line.
Oh. Familiar figure turns to Heinrich Van Kollox, interrogator. Lord Captain. On an interrogator, what a surprise. Did you perchance leave something in your cabin? Not at all. I'm not in the habit of leaving a trail. Thank you. Giving me a dazzling smile. Master Van Kollox. You couldn't resist my charms.
Are you gonna try and seduce the Inquisitor?
Yeah, why not?
Right.
Momentarily closes his eyes as if your first remark has thrown him off, because I just like making him feel awkward. He gets all fucking weird. Rogue trader. I was able to contact my mentor and report on tragic events. Received information from my agents regarding movements and actions of enemies of humanity, including the Xenos. According to the findings, the threat hangs over other worlds. This time, yours, Lord Captain. It's 3. And he clears it, and pointedly official tone says, by the order of Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calxar, whose duty to stand sentinel over Cronus Expanse and Road Trader of the House of Amblancius is to take on board the agent of the Most Holy Inquisition and provide escort and support in the deeds great and small, and serve to safeguard the territories of the Imperium against the enemies. Basically saying, hey, you can have Heinrichs.
I mean, if you want to just ask me flat out, can you translate Triangle 30 inches on these
Step closer and lower your voice. I'm ever so glad to have you back. Yeah, let's translate. The Lord Inquisitor has deemed that my presence aboard your ship and in your retinue would be significantly more beneficial. If duty has brought you aboard the Rogue Trader ship once more, such is the Emperor's will. Welcome back. Thank you, sister. Cassie's voice is brimming with joy. She immediately hides behind a facade of highborn primness. Since you're with us one more, I do hope to find time to finish our conversation about the literary works of the Kronhola the Blessed. I'll make the effort. I must also deliver this to you. A letter. Your eyes only. Head aboard a ship, or you still have business? Whatever the case, I can wait on board or accompany you in your retinue. Alright.
Leave him out here for now. Yeah, so let's leave him here for now, but I think if we go a bay over, there's someone else there.
So just click accept.
Yeah.
Might be just me, but the game's louder than you.
What lies beyond?
I think it is just a little bit louder than me for sure. Let me just pull that back. How's that? Is that much better? Seems okay to you? Hello British, hello Pricey. So go over a bay?
Yeah. Because there is, oh mate.
Oh, he's puppy.
Yeah.
Thank you for responding to my request, Rogue Trader. I'm here on the orders of Marshal Strax to ask for your help. We are in pursuit of a TIE thief. We must board the thief ship, execute the heretic for his crimes, and return the sacred tribute to the protection of the Adeptus Arbites. The reward for your assistance in this matter will be the thief's frigate, the Heartless, which we will capture in the course of the mission.
I like how they added this DLC and they obviously like, yeah, let's fucking fill this with more voice acting because
Yeah.
Heinrich said nothing. Solomon just said that whole entire thing.
Yeah.
That's better? Yes. We're doing good. Pants gave me a lore dump on the tower. It was great. And that's about as far as we've gotten. We've found Heinrichs and Solomon again.
Yep.
Pleasure to see you, Solomon, and you, Glacier.
Glato, speak! Not every cybermastiff receives a personal greeting from a rogue trader. Such an honor warrants a response.
Why have you approached me and not Winterscale?
I did, and I was rebuffed. As Rogue Trader Winterscale rightly pointed out, from the moment of the tithes collection, responsibility for it transfers to the Adeptus Arbites. He also noted that the loss of a world is not an inconsiderable detriment to his protectorate, and he has no intention of expending resources to recover something that no longer belongs to him.
Oh, so we're the second best.
I mean, technically, you know, you're still brand new to the realm, whereas Winterscale that has been doing this for a while.
Pricey, lore dump. Did he hit you with all 54 of the Horus Heresy novels yet?
I'll give you the short version of that. The Emperor, he had 20 sons. I mean 18 sons. I mean 19 sons. No, it was definitely 18. At some point, one of his kids, Horus, the favorite, started suffering from male pattern baldness. He got mad about it. And then he looked at the Emperor, his dad, who had long, luscious fucking hair, and he went, right, I'm gonna fucking fight about this. So he gathered half of the other fucking sons, he turned on the other half, and the fucking fight broke out.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. And that's why the Emperor sits on the golden throne today.
And chat's also added, shit's fucked, moon's haunted.
Moon's haunted. Kinda, yeah.
Under similar circumstances in the past, our arrangement would have obliged us to turn to Lady Theodora. She was a key figure in supporting the Lex Imperialis in the Coronis Expanse.
Oh, she was dish her out of the law.
Well, she supported it. Oh, we've already covered it, so fucking pricey.
Yeah. I found out the tower only 5,000 years old, but highly advanced. What's the plan?
Captain Sargona and his flagship, the Heartless, are concealed in Mundus Novis. The exact location can only be determined with your ship's orbers when we enter the system. The Heartless is escorted by a small flotilla. You'll need to neutralize it in order to capture the frigate. Our BT strike teams will land on the upper deck, while your boarding party handles the remaining bays. My squad of arbitrators will take on the most difficult and dangerous part of the operation. The ultimate goal is to capture the captain's bridge and interrogate and execute Sargona.
God, he looks so cool. The Beaties look so sick, dude. I was really sad when I went out hunting for miniatures that I couldn't find like him or something of a similar nature, or like just the, you know, the attack dogs.
Yeah.
Because they look awesome.
You can go out and grab the Enforcer squadrons.
Mm.
And they're sort of, they're like a step below the LB. Like, they're big cops, essentially, in the hive cities.
Price is...
Getting our breeders for kill team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kill team. Tell me more about the ship.
The Heartless is the enemy flagship. It has been corrupted with inhuman technology, but you have the necessary resources to purge it of Xenos filth and make it serve the Imperium once more. Even if you don't wish to own a ship previously crewed by pirates, you will have prospective buyers lining up to take it off your hands. I'm no expert on ships, but when I questioned the captains on Footfall about the Heartless, they were almost salivating as they listed its virtues.
Oh.
Purifying and removing a ship equipped with blasphemous modifications from the hands of apostates is the sacred duty of all servants of the Omnissiah and of the Emperor.
That's cool. Pascal actually talked. Actually got some voice dialogue from him now. That's awesome. I don't want to cut of the ship. I want to cut of the tithe. I get the ship. You join my entourage at the same time.
I do not have the power to choose my assignments, Rogue Trader. However, if the mission is successful, the Marshal is unlikely to refuse to deploy me as your escort.
He nods.
Stein, transfer the latest data. Bryce, hologram. This one has the complete file.
Why is the toaster fucker talking? Get back to work, Mechanicus Dreg. That's Pascal. That's our boy.
And Mechanicus Dreg would be, you know, Scutari or services. Yank.
Give me the rundown, Sargona.
He is a former privateer and a fugitive psyker. At one time, he was involved in the cold trade and the supply of Xenos mercenaries, but his pirate habits got the better of him, and he started robbing his associates. Now, even among the criminal rabble, he is known as a nasty piece of work. Something of an achievement, you will agree. Sargona is cunning, cruel,
Dregs of what?
and
They're gonna be
unpredictable.
dregs of something.
Sentence. Guido Sargona. Homeworld unknown. Psyker. Pyromancy. Formally sanctioned. Abandoned his post. Confirmed links. Caspalica. Xenos. Alleg. Heretical cults. Also implicated in at least 15 attacks on trading vessels. Status. Alive. All the scum in the eyes of the true gods.
The Catan.
The Catan.
Yeah, who perverted an entire fucking faction based on one simple line. Trust me, bro.
The image quality leaves something to be desired. The criminal's surfeit of augments and scrumptious clothing. Scrumptious? Sumptuous. What's sumptuous?
Wait, where the fuck did you say something?
Sumptuous. Sumptuous. Sumptuous.
Sumptuous? I'm assuming it's just another way of saying fancy clothing.
Oh. Something haughty. Almost maniacal in his bearing, like tyrants who sooner or later proclaim themselves to be gods. How are you so well informed?
Shortly after the fall of Rakad Manoris,
And
I
that's
questioned
exactly
the
right,
Liege of
All
Footfall.
because of
He
something.
supplied me with exhaustive information about Sargona and his ship, and gave the arbitrators full access to the docks. I suspect Takara's compliance stems from some bad blood between him and Sargona. Scum eating scum. Nothing new there.
Oh, wait, I know who you guys are talking about. Mono was talking about a race of people that were on a planet. The planet was so harsh to live on, and they were really angry, and they were like barely living, and then the Catan
was
came
the-
along,
It
right?
was the Necrontyr? You've
Ah,
noticed that, yeah?
okay.
The Necrontyr, they lived on the planet Cancer.
Yep.
They all got the cancer. It was in their DNA. Could not go away. They went to space. They went to other planets. Realized, man, we're stuck with this. They found a group called the Old Ones, a bunch of big old frog people who were like playing around and creating life and sowing new life on worlds, etc. And they went, hey, can you guys help us out with some potent sunscreen so we can, you know, cover up and get rid of this horrible cancer that afflicts our entire species? And the old ones turned around and said, fuck off, nerd. And went back to thing. And so the Catan proceeded to start throwing rocks at the old ones, who were creators of life and such, and so were just slapped aside. It was like not a war, it was, we'll get you, and then big bat hit them.
Right.
And then another group came out, and there was this guy called Bob, whose real name was the Deceiver. Came out and did what he did best and said, hey, we can help you fight those old ones and help you with this immortality thing and the whole not dying of cancer thing. Trust me, bro. And so they went, yeah, right, let's do that. And that's how we get the Necrons.
Ah.
And so the Necrons and the Catan were then like, alright, sweet, let's go fight the frog people. And as Price just pointed out, that's when the frog folk were like, alright, we're fungus happening. And here's some fucking elves too, because fuck it, why not?
I'm making fungus people. I'm not curing you.
As you wish.
Any tactical recommendations?
The task is relatively simple. Kill all enemies we encounter, and not let them kill us. Sargona must be taken alive for questioning, but I and my team will handle that. There is one other thing. The following call signs will be used for Vox communication during the mission. You will be RT1, and I will be DX1.
Also, Pricey, is my
I also
YouTube
request
stream
you
working
use
well?
RBT sign language throughout. Non-verbal commands are faster than speaking and will allow us to catch our target unawares. Here is a short list.
Study the data slate. 2 basic commands from head nods to combinations of hand gestures. You need quickly and efficiently communicate enemy position numbers, even coordinate joint attacks. Just like my call sign, a rogue trader needs something more grand. Emperor's Eagle.
In a tactical assault, the shorter the call sign, the lower your chances of getting shot while you're saying it. But so be it, Emperor's Eagle.
It's okay. Yep, YouTube chat's working. Thanks, Pricey. I really needed that. Alright, you have a deal.
Good. Do you have any further questions?
I have other matters to attend to en route. Will you be able to accompany me?
No. I'm still on mission, and in your absence, my subordinates and I will be checking weapons and finalizing tactics for the assault. In other words, we will be wholly occupied with preparations. Acknowledged. Sargona is already dead. He just doesn't know it yet.
Alright. That's back on board our own ship.
Yeah.
Ah, one step at a time, amidst the madness.
Oh yeah, a letter. No, that's not a letter. It's funny, over time the Space Marine I painted actually turned out better and better. Like, I feel like the longer you let it dry and stuff, the cooler it ends up looking. And I showed a few other people that like right into this stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, you actually did a pretty good job for your first one." Oh, cool. Is this kind of like a Baldur's Gate style game? Yeah, in some ways. Tactics game with the RPG elements. Never repainted your first mini? Yeah, I'm gonna keep these ones. Lord Captain, inspection of the ship systems is complete. Tech priests are reporting the machine spirits are calm. Makes a quick nervous gesture, adjusting her adornment over her third eye. I've been studying the records left by a previous navigator. I want to double check the route to Dragonis and discovered that it doesn't match the one recorded in the Atlas. It's more than a minor warp fluctuation. The route has been wiped out. it can no longer be used for traveling. To make matters worse, I started checking the paths from the atlas. One after the other, I saw the same thing everywhere. The warp is rolling with an ominous storm, bursting with vivid and screaming colors. It will not hinder our movement, but all previous knowledge is now utterly useless. Does that mean we can't go back?
Dude, I guess so that there's not much on the atlas. So basically she's saying that we've sort of got to like refine the routes between systems now.
Gotcha.
Because the warp is doing a fucky wucky.
Yeah. I saw you considering Tau. Good choice. They got some drip. Yeah, I just like that they fucking have like Gundam mechs. That looks super cool. As Pet said, they're weeby.
On top of the like for the Tau, I was talking about earlier how they met the Imperium and the Space Marines and all that horrible stuff happened.
Hmm.
They did manage to talk the Imperium and the Space Marines down to a ceasefire temporarily because too many cockroaches showed up.
Cockroaches.
The Tyranids.
Tyranids.
An ever-consuming swarm.
Oh.
They
Insect
are
people.
bad. Yeah, not even people. They're just insects.
Oh.
And they are bad. They fucking you really can't like beat them in a straight up fight. Like it's just fucked.
You're just outnumbered.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the Tau and the Imperium went, all right, let's stop killing each other for a sec. Let's get rid of that because everyone loses if fucking that thing comes here.
Right. Who or what started the Tyranids? The frog
They just
people?
came. Nope, Tyranids just came from outside the galaxy, and that's all we know.
Okay, so they're just insects that have space travel.
Think the Zerg from StarCraft.
I don't know what that is.
Shit. It's just this great.
Is it
big
like
fucking insect
is it like Garrus
type-
from Mass Effect?
Like Garrus. Nothing like Garrus. I'm also like, you know, in Mass Effect they talk about that fucking the Arachnoids, the Arachni,
Ah, yeah, the Rachni, yeah.
how they just went consuming planet to planet because
Yeah.
they were like locusts essentially. That's Tyranids.
Okay,
Like,
gotcha.
The Tyranids are much more terrifying, I think.
Okay. Warp storms are our enemies, like heretics and demons. It's a shame they can't be dispersed with a flamer or bolter. Certain the problems with astropathic communication in the Kronos Expanse are no coincidence. There's a warp disturbance in your way, swallowing messages and disrupting familiar routes, meaning you have to locate the key worlds of Von Valencia's protectorate as soon as possible. Janus, Trigonus, Kieva, Gamma, charting new routes so they can be reached and restoring control will be necessary. Abelard, what's your opinion? He strokes his beard. Rediscovering the agri-world will supply our protectorate with something none that your servants can do without: sustenance. The importance of basic supplies should be never underestimated. Good footfall in its current pitiful state. Agri-world is the imperial world depicted, dedicated entirely to the production of agricultural products. Right. I'm concerned of the rumors concerning Kieva Gamma. There have been no problems on Janus for many years. But something very wrong with the industrial world right now. Delay may cost us an entire planet. I trust I didn't have to explain myself, explain the capital world. Losing it would make us the laughing stock of other dynasties. The loss of chronicles and ledgers would spell bureaucratic catastrophe. So all three systems are equally vital. Falls on you to decide which one should be brought into the fold. Oh god, okay. So he just gave me a non-answer.
He basically just told you like why each planet is important. So like, you obviously need food, but you also like need the ability to be able to traverse things. But you also need your fucking seat of power. Like it's
What are the consequences of losing contact with these worlds? World deprived of connection with neighbouring systems, the Cronus expanse infrastructure can only rely on itself. The capabilities are often limited. For example, Janus doesn't have a fleet of its own. Pirates, cultists, heretics, Xenos, anyone could prey on the helpless planet. Loss of communication is a threat to your position. A rogue trader will not protectorate back to them. It grows weak by the day. He's entirely correct. You're the rogue trader Pandora von Valancius, the successor of the Theodora von Valancius, one of the most influential women of this side of the Moor. You're also the new business of the governing. Many will doubt your competence if you try and carve up your protectorate so they can snatch a piece for themselves. It's important to show your potential allies and foes that you're in control of the situation, which is why the sooner we reclaim those lost worlds, the better. If the faithless decide that your worlds are easy prey, that's good. We'll have enough enemies in your domain then, and we can kill them. Undying One will look at us with approval. Tell us about Janus. Janus. The surface of Janus was altered extensively so the planet could be designated as an agri-world. Powerful food base capable of supplying burgeoning? I don't know.
Burgeoning, yep.
Burgeoning protectorate and the exporting of provisions to the outer worlds at the same time. Janus owes much of its prosperity to the governor house of Viat. Under its leadership, the world has grown even more prosperous. Dragonus, or Dargonus. Heart and soul of your protectorate. It's where the main administrative resources and storage facilities are. So is the Von Valancius Palace. If you'd like to know, this is where you'll publicly accept the title of Rogue Trader. Dargonus is the major administrative hub and runs the cargo fleet and keeps track of finances. Tell me about Kiava Gamma. Industrial world is being managed by the Governor House of Gaprak. It supplies your protectorate with rare mineral resources. The planet features an Adeptus Mechanicus manufactorum. Processes materials and prepares them for shipment. I testify that Kiava Gamma is a world marked by the Omnissiah's patronage. By his grace, the manufactorums of the colony are inhabited by committed and industrious machine spirits. Mistress Toilman neglected to mention that the Kiava Gamma manufactorum also supplies heavy machinery from the forge harvesters to vessel systems and components. You display commendable knowledge of the world's manufacturing capability, Van Calix. Pleased to be of service. Okay, so that seems like the most talked about one out of everyone in the crew. Kiava Gamma.
Do we want a Kiava Gamma then?
I think we're gonna have a Kiava Gamma. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like something cheeky for dinner.
Fucking having a bit of the old Kiava Gamma.
Yeah. You want a slice of Kiava Gamma? A bit of wood.
A bit of wood. Smother a bit of custard.
What do we got going on? We got some levels to give to Indria. Willpower, and let's go. Strange Vitality, that seems kind of cool. Intimidation sounds neat, but we already have it.
Just gonna go refill my drink real quick.
No wuckers. Yeah, I'll level up this guy. Am I blind? One rank available? Oh, yes. Archetype. Hmm. What do we choose here? Is biomancy? Regeneration. Oh, I have to unlock one of these. Is that what it means? I'm just gonna leave it be. Weapons. Pascal. Let's go newest. Because we got this bad boy. Or better bleeding. This axe uses a brutal strike for attacks of opportunity. Nice. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's cool. And a plasma pistol. Who am I going to equip the pistol to? Might do that for old mate here. Can you use it? Oh, no one can use the plasma pistol. Except Pascal, okay. Interesting. Ooh. I do like the plasma pistol, but not enough to replace that laser sniper. Let's go to quarters. Hopefully we can read that letter. Oh, it's a tome. Rogue Trader is familiar that has its own maintenance stations located on the flagship and residence. Stations can gain 3 levels of improvement. Okay, cool. Shrine of Remembrance. Oh, these are just like credits to people. That's kind of cool. Vault. Oh. What's all this? Oh, it's all our cargo. Okay. God, I've become so complacent. Link your account. Okay, I'm guessing we just have to go look for that letter, right? Can I enlarge that? Emperor's faith will forever remain in the light of his favour. Let me first express my condolences of the tragic death, Honourable Theodore Van Valesius. Nevertheless, I was elated to learn the warrant of the rogue trader has been passed to a worthy, promising heir. Words are not hollow compliments. Inquisition's official opinion of your person. Fate would have it, you have taken the reins of the Von Valencius dynasty in an hour of most dire. When grim portents of dark events come to have been duty bound to become the first sentinel who sees the approaching threat, hereby alert you that it's indeed coming. Our loyalty and resolve will be tested. People such as you and I will become the pillars that unite the Emperor's frightened children and inspire them to fight back. Greet you as my most dependable ally. From now on you have... why can't I read anymore? Welcome back. There you go. You have a trusted friend within the holy orders of the Emperor's Inquisition. Receptive and confident who you can rely. Dark times ahead require you to make questionable choices. You know, data incident will be examined in exceedingly temperate fashion. The rules of most radical forms of judgment. I have faith in your success. Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go take a fucking bath. Because you get some cheeky bonuses.
I think Argenta can give you a bit of a bonus or help as well.
Argenta. Okay. Guess what, British? What? Pandora, you're conditioning your body with water treatments. How commendable. Allow me to share some water exercises I learned at the Scholar Pragnodium. She doesn't wait for a reply and immediately launches herself into a series of detailed instructions. Willpower 0%, but I do not. Chance 0%. Willpower, hold on a moment. 0%. Perfect. Explains how to stretch your muscles correctly. She makes you repeat the exercise multiple times. Teaches you the best way to do bends and squats. A light with righteous fire, and her voice rings out conviction. Athletics test failed. Sister's tireless, but you do not have the stamina. Good work.
Yeah, you can't outdo the Sisters of Battle in like anything. It's once they're like committed to a thing, they're doing it.
You doing a poo? I'm proud of you, British.
Don't push too hard.
Alright. And here's my only question. I know it told us about doing those other two things.
Other two things?
But is it going to these planets more of a priority? Well, the DLC stuff, so there's Solomon's Quest and Heinrich's stuff.
I believe so. Heinrich's. What was Heinrich's?
Oh, he didn't really give us a quest actually, he just said that he's accompanying us.
Yeah. So, I believe Solomon stuff can be put to the side for now as we deal with the main questy stuff because, you know, you're rogue trader, this is your
Priority, yeah.
your turf you're talking about, so.
Generous. Once again within reach of the Von Valencia's protectorate. Utmost urgency is restoring communications. Okay, and we got the mobile extraction, mobile mining outpost. Okay. Cronus Expanse is a vast region of space where you will travel between different star systems. Each system unique. Unique events can occur. Okay. Yeah.
So there'll be a great big like compass. Yeah, you got it.
Found it. The big button that was glowing.
Yeah.
Okay. Is fraught with mortal peril. Takes place in another dimension known as the Warp. The navigator can plot a course. Click on the circular button at the bottom of the screen to have the ship's navigator chart a new route. To initiate travel, left click on a system and press the Warp travel button. Route's color is an indication of its danger level. Green routes are absolute safest. Yellow is signal unpredictable events can occur during the jump. Orange routes denote a high probability of the ship coming under attack, even in the warp. Red routes, a sure sign that the ship will be assaulted. The ship's navigator can only make the RF safe by spending points of navigator's insight, acquired by discovering and scanning new systems throughout the Cronus expanse. Okay.
So, would you like an achievement?
Sure.
Right. Save the game.
Yep.
Right, now, I'm gonna wait for the stream to catch up so I can see what you're seeing properly.
Chart new routes.
Right, yep, chart new routes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You see that one that says to the Imperium at the bottom?
Yep.
Click on that.
Warp.
Yep. See how that's a red route?
Oh, yes.
Right, located in the ship's unit office requesting an audience with you. They are humbly waiting you on the bridge. Okay. This is the sort of stuff that will happen on routes depending on their difficulty and such.
Well, Captain, I may request your attention. I must report a series of highly dangerous violations have taken place in the fuel compartment. Master of Arms is ignoring my demands, and I'm thus forced to appeal to you directly. Fuelers have founded a sect of some kind, and this group practices fire worship of the Emperor and has been burning promethium in the fuel lines. I beg you to stop the madness. Jocasta, I should point out that there have been no incidents in the fuel compartment so far, and the beliefs of this sect do not affect the obedience of the workers. All assemblies are conducted strictly after hours with the permission of their superiors. However, if you find the practices unacceptable, we shall put a stop to them immediately. Does the ecclesiarchy recognize this cult, or has it been considered heretical? This matter is beyond my purview. Let Confessor Abelard be the judge of such business.
Adalbert.
Adalbert.
No, not Abelard.
Plump, rosy-cheeked old man steps forward, voice deep and sonorous. I don't even know what sonorous is. The Emperor protects your ladyship. Your ladyship. I can assure you that there is no heresy festering in the fuel compartment. The sect of fire prophecies has been tested for purity and found to be in accordance with the creed. The leader, who calls themselves the Oracle of Fire, is devout and submissive to his servants. Do not twist the sacred teachings, as for their chosen forms of worship there is neither rare or nor remarkable. Many such minor cults exist in the Imperium with the full approval.
Imposingly deep and full. Raise a sonorous voice.
Oh. Why are they burning my promethium? The amount of residue accumulated in the drainage tanks was laughably small that it's not even worth recording. If there was any real misappropriation of the ship's resources happening here, I'd have you already punished for the involved. Does the Oracle of Fire really make prophecies? At least he and his flock believe that the Emperor reveals glimpses of possible futures through his sacred flame. Occasionally his visions do come true, also his followers convince themselves. Do not know whether the grace of God Emperor truly lies upon them, or is it merely a charlatan, perhaps a blissful lunatic, or Zachary Wise. Oh my god, look at this dude.
Zachary Wise.
He's got some shit going on. Zachary, where's your eyes? More like it.
What?
A wicked rogue who possesses psychic power not tempered by his will. A croaking voice interrupts the confessor's words. Lord Captain, as choir master of the astropathic choir, I've been watchful of any threats of ship safety or originating from the Immaterium. Heard rumors of this oracle, and so I've sent my adepts to see him. They assert the man is a psyker. This man, speaks to the warp, is a danger to himself and to the entire vessel. Both law and common sense dictate that he should be thrown into holding cell, tranquilized, and handed to the Inquisition to be sent to the Holy Terror. Alternatively, you may dispose of him in some other way. We haven't had the pleasure to conversate before. Beg your forgiveness, I seldom leave the chapel to interfere in affairs of the ship. My duty requires that I keep a constant vigil. I direct the arrival and departure of messages across the boundless voids, but given the incident has already demanded my interference, I thought it was a good opportunity to introduce myself. I know just how to handle this cult. We stand ready to carry any order. Throw this prophet at the airlock.
What are our options here?
Throw the oracle into the holding cell and hand him over to the authorities at the first port. If my Infernus master says there are danger to the ship, then I'm convinced. Disperse the troublemakers. Oracle's visions may prove useful to us. We will not let the law stand in our way. Do keep an eye on him, wise. Since Confessor Adalbert and Mistress Sawbuck have both attested that these people are obedient and free of fault, I will not ban their teaching. Well, I've been leaning on Iconoclast, and it seems like number 1 would be the most Iconoclast option, right?
Yeah. 1 or 2 would be your 2 most iconoclasty.
Only people be on guard. Okay. Standard scanning could not reveal a route to the selected system, but you can still get there by spending points in Navigator's Insight. Okay. Did I get my achievement?
Oh, yeah. So you need to go back to the map.
Okay.
Alright, select to the Imperium again. Lord Captain Rather on the line, the Usher Path is going crazy in the little chamber. They are reporting severe warp disturbances along our intended route. It looks like the Maw is completely impassable. I've seen this before, yes, and if you ask me, going in there is not a good idea for us or any other void ship. So your options are... I did not inherit the void ship, I to destroy it in the running Imperium. Also, you say that not only will I break through the Maw on the Imperium, but I will cover myself in glory. Okay, save it again, by the way, just because we did have that dialogue interruption in the middle there.
I can't save it right now. The number 1.
Yep. Here you go.
By the grace of the Emperor, I've been charged with chronicling the voyage that my blessed commander, Lord Captain Pandora, intends to undertake through the turbid tract of warp known as the Maw. Though what lies ahead fills our souls with terror, but we all have faith in the light of the Emperor. May his protection be with us now. Do I just click 1, 2, and 3?
Yep.
Report from the Navigator's Sanctum. Lord Captain, we've locked onto the blessed light of Astromatian, ready to make our first warp to the Hermitage. Once in the Void Station's orbit, we'll carry out maintenance liturgies and with luck exchange information with other trade void ships that are using the region as a rendezvous point. Second warp jump will be made to the witch-cursed world, foul, lifeless planet, at which point we will assess the state of the vessel. Third warp jumps planned to the Port Wanda, where the Protector willing, we will reach the vast expanse of the Imperium and we'll be able to abide there in safety. Message from the Astropathic Choir. Well, Captain, we once draw your attention to the fact that the warp jump region of the Maw is more turbulent than usual. The Diviner's Vigil pretends death for us. Much worse besides. This is not our first decade perceiving the void. We've seen terrible storms, but none like this. We beseech you, please have mercy on us. If that will be, we'll stand by to serve till the end. After offering up the requisite prayers, the crew received a vox address from the Blessed Lord Captain, in which our commander gave an order to initiate the jump. The expedition was abandoned. So do I have to make the... Like, which
Yep.
one's the achievement?
1.
Okay. We made it to the Hermitage. An outcome made possible solely by the Emperor's mercy. The ship has been chewed up by the ravenous immaterium. Madness has taken root across our decks and stalks among us, staring us in the eyes. The vessel is in orbit around the station, thronged by thousands of silent satellites. The jettisoned bodies of the dead. Medicae test has been succeeded. Okay.
Yep.
Spent the entire jump into the murky depths of the astropathic choir bay. Acolytes of the ship's surgeon walked back and forth in silence. After singing and healing liturgy from the beginning to end, they marched among the psychers who had been medicated into unconsciousness. Any psycho who awoke, often with the howls of horror, was quickly pacified with a sharp jab of an electrifying pattern. My attention was wholly captured by Idira Tlass. Gripping the shoulders of each astropath in turn and staring into their eyes, she compelled the ravaging psychers to collapse with a visceral cry, curling up on the deck and the thought of resistance gone from their mind. How many did she save? How many would have perished without her? Every moment now I hear a voice full of vehement ire. It was the voice of an angel of the Emperor, so ferocious my first blood fears it. Fleeing my body through my ears and my nose, the angel bade me compile a picked chronicle of horrors recorded by the servo skulls in the ship's bays. May whoever finds it knows the torments we suffered before death. Incident report. I saw the picked rigorous recordings made of various decks with my own eyes. With horror and avid curiosity, I relished each bloody detail, drinking in the stream of chaotic, incomprehensible scenes. Nameless dread blossomed in my soul. I saw a bloody massacre in the Enginarium?
Engineering.
Yeah. People armed with tools bashing each other's heads in. I saw a deck full of violently convulsing bodies covered in a layer of mold, sprouting grotesque fungi. I witnessed a crowd of crew members walk towards an opening airlock with mindless, exultant smiles on their faces, and caught a moment later on a wave of air and wrenched out into the cold embrace of nothingness. With my own eyes, I saw a gunner steadily hitting a large caliber shell with a wrench, and inside a cogitator, I could only make out the bloody remains of an engineer and possibly squeeze through the tangled wires. Such horror, so little hope. Engineer's report. My lady, it grieves me to report the demise of 27.61% of the blessed machine spirits entrusted in my care. Reactors 2 and 3 required expedited burials. The deck's crew held a vigil in their memory. The servitors have logged their last 11 breaches into the whole exterior, and at least 3 in the whole exterior. With my lady's gracious permission, I'll endeavour to save what I can be saved. Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Hermitage Station Situation Report. Scouting Report. I don't know how they haven't gone crazy yet. Sitting in the middle of this warp storm, there are around 1,000 people there, a few hundred outcasts and anchorites living permanently at the station, and the crew of trading vessel that barely made it as far as the Hermitage won't be departing ever again. It seems they spend whole days sitting under the crystal dome praying, eating ration packs, and watching as reality loses its mind. They say the Emperor will protect them against the coming tempest. Of course they do. He's the only one that they can trust in now. For them, there's nowhere else to turn. We offered them passage on our ship. Not one said yes. Mad. All of them. Then a message came through the Voxnet. I struggled to hear it over the whispering of the angel in my ears. My honourable lady gave the order to...
One again.
Make the jump. We're at the witch-cursed world, the place where the doomed to where we are doomed to perish. That is what the Emperor's angel told me, his voice almost impossible to bear. It bade me record every drop of sorrow. My chronicle will spread his word through the warp, and so terror and all that come to know our dire voyage. So speaks the angel, and my own thoughts are muddled, and all I can do is submit and bear witness. Persuasion test succeeded. As soon as the ship exited the warp, thousands of crew members assembled into teams launched into repairing the major areas of damage. Will of our fearless lead, our Lord Captain, drove them, and in that moment I deeply envied their resolve. World Captain's honourable companion, Heinrich van Kalox, personally led the ship's hands in the most seriously damaged decks. First, he had admonished the cowardly crew members who refused to do their duty, banished the fear from their hearts with a single shot. Verily, the man's mercy is great indeed. I left the astropathic choir bay and spent this jump in the navigator's sanctum. I do not dare describe the horrors I witnessed there, or how my heart grieves for every one of those dozens perished on this journey. The warp was merciless towards us, and only luck allowed me to escape the bloody harvest it reaped there. Furthermore, when the malevolent tentacles of the warp reached into our souls, and the bloody inscription in unholy language began to appear in the bulkhead, the Emperor granted me the blessing of bearing witness to a miracle. Sister Argenta, entirely undaunted, marched up to the bulkhead and erased the words with a fearless swipe of her hand. She turned to us with a smile and said, "It is only blood. Do not fear the immaterium, for its nightmares are nothing before the Emperor's light." In that moment I had faith that all was not yet lost. Today I believed I was mistaken. Argenta's crazy, dude.
Again, she's a sister of battle, so like I said before, like when I told you about the mages ago, they are so fucking convicted in their fucking faith that they will do things like parry demons on faith alone. It is not strength, it is not skill. It is fucking faith. If I die here, I am going to my God. Where will you be? Like, you cannot fucking... you cannot step to them.
Which Curse World Situation Report? NGC's Anvia's report from Augur Station 12. We must not make planetfall. I know what I saw, and no, we must not set down on that planet. It's not because the wind could tear the hull of the landing shuttle in the blink of an eye, or because the temperature of the surface fluctuates between red-hot plasma and absolute zero. It's because the planets do not have faces. This one did. A vast face of jagged plateaus, eyes of fiery tornadoes, and a mouth made of a crater half of continent across. I saw that face smiling at me. It saw me. It saw all of us. We must not make planetfall. Emperor, have mercy on us. Addendum. NGC Avalier was executed 4 hours after submitting this report for fomenting panic among the crew. Jesus. Incident report. The picked chronicle recorded by the eyes of the servo skulls made my heart stutter. In horror I watched as the crewman, who seemed perfectly healthy, struggled against the shackles pinning him to an operating table, and a group of doctors whispering excitedly among themselves drew out their steel surgical instruments and eagerly began cutting into his flesh. I cried out as I watched the engineers burning holy incense and chanting the prayer to awaken the plasma generator's machine spirit. A young acolyte, his heart wavering, accidentally disrupted the liturgy, releasing the motive force into the power circuit before it was time, and my poor eyes were blinded by the white light of explosion. After that, all was silent, for it was the only way I could continue to watch the technomats in dirty coveralls reverently poured chalices of blood onto the base of the macabre tree, a weapon pointed toward. Its supports outspread like branches, and hanging from them like right through it were bodies of the bay officers. After tossing aside his discharged lasgun, Priest brought his fingers to his bleeding ears He daubed these crimson words of the bulkhead. Don't listen to him. He is no angel. Who is he talking to? Me? Scarlet roses, their buds bleeding, were growing through the bulkheads, which was covered with patches of rot. Crew members in black uniforms incinerated them with flamethrowers, weeping black tears and roaring with maniacal laughter. A string of people silently entered an airlock above which was written Hangar C-11-2 and were lost to the darkness. As the Deputy Cardo artifacts, I know the ship's layout well. There's never been a Hangar C-11-2. The unknown has touched our vessel. It has taken root in it. And we're all in the clutches of the immaterium. Navigational forecast. Lord Captain, we report to our disgrace. We've failed to safeguard the crew of the Navigator's Sanctum. During the warp jump, virtually the entire crew was afflicted with monstrous deformations, which we cannot bring ourselves to recount. Senior officers begin the last watch. We were here alone. We gave all the junior crew mercy of defer, sealed the airlocks as the echoes of our pain, great enough to drive the uninitiated to madness. Lead us where you will, onward to port. Whoa, don't, or back. We'll serve and steer the ship as long as we can. They're going crazy.
Because we're jumping through a fat chunk of warp here. So, the Psychers, the Navigators and such, this is what they're all attached to. But, like, this is why the Imperium is so hostile and harsh to Psychers, because if a Psyker loses control, they can potentially unleash any one of these aforementioned horrors on everyone around them. Or they just become a portal themselves and demons start coming out. Or a fucking, like, massive ass demon will just take control and mutate the body and start rolling around on everything.
Report from the ship's confessor. Master 11119999's report. Stop. The rousing speech of the Lord Captain, which was broadcast over the Vox system, inspired the crew, who promptly broke into teams to repair the primary systems. The volunteers, all departed, were later lauded in prayer. Over the static and howling of the unholy warp spirits that had been infiltrated in the Vox system, we heard the voices of our Lord Captain, who ordered us to make the jump. Senior officers from all decks gave a general report to my blessed Lord Captain. According to the assessments of all the ship's services, the chances of favourable outcome of a jump to Port Wanda was 0. On behalf of all the entire crew, they declared that serving under the glorious commander had been an honour, and if it was her will, they were ready to forge onward and meet their deaths. Glory to House von Valancius and its valiant servants. We were all prepared to die that very hour, and then the Lord Captain bade us die. Do I need to be choosing 2 in this case?
No, I believe it's 1, because Crazy We're Going Home is turning around.
Oh.
You gotta keep pushing.
Die. Muddled next Imperial route. Muddled next to the Voxcaster, I first Deputy Cardo artifacts Sebulon Primix scream into it, hoping that my voice will somehow break through the turbulent abyss of the Immaterium into the real world. Vox Master is dead. Virtually everyone is dead. I, disregarding the sacred Vox system protocol, scream my dispatch over and over. All Imperial vessels, help, we are dying. Dying. We are dying. Stop. I'm afraid. Here ends the Chronicles, which was discovered in the ruins of a ship expelled from the warp. The journey's over.
Stage your achievement.
So you can't go to the...
No, you cannot.
Okay.
That's why it's there at that edge of the map.
I mean, I passed those checks though. That was interesting.
Oh yeah, you can pass all the checks in the world, but
Okay. Where is our planets we need to go to?
So as you look around, you'll see some of the areas will have the little yellow triangle
Yeah.
on them.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
they're all up there.
So, the Agri World of Janus is there. Further north is Mundus Nullius. Even further than that is Administrative Planet. Northwest of this is Calva Gamma, the Manufactorum world.
Accursed Dements. Heathen Stars. Winter Scales Realm.
Yeah, so those are sort of just general areas, essentially, that would show up on a space map.
So what would you suggest here? Like,
Well, you wanted to head to Calva Gamma first, yeah?
yeah.
To do the... So, have a look where it is on the... Like, find where it is on the map.
Yep. Which I can see
So
it
we're
here.
gonna... Yeah, so we're gonna have to, I think...
It's got 3 jumps.
It's more than 3 jumps to it. So we're gonna have to go to Trinitas, straight up that orange path to Trinitas, but you can make that...
Oh,
orange
chart
line.
course deadly.
Yeah, so... Hang on, let me bring up the stream again so I can see what you're seeing. So you see how there's that... Yep. The red thing. If you click on the red icon there, you will expand with your inside that's at the bottom
Oh.
to make it safer. Oh, actually, you can go straight to if you follow the red line.
This is deadly.
Yeah, but again, you can make it safer by
Mm.
expending that resource at the bottom.
Oh, okay, so I can click 3.
So if you click 3, you'll use 3 points to make it safe,
Yep.
or you can use 2 points to make it or you can use just the 1 point and make it a little more bearable.
As I'm now fated to be your shadow, Doman Pandora, we must perform a ritual that will seal our bond. For it pleases the Undying One, let us speak on the bridge. I wish to inform you that the sacred rituals addressed to the spirit of the ship have been performed. The tech liturgy and the rite of the machine bless ended in the meditation in order to comprehend the nature of the miracle sent down by the Omnissiah. Acquisition of the sacred knowledge has not been recorded. How the spirit of the void ship was able to call upon the power of the machine god and activate the warp drive remains unknown. During my meditative ritual, the Omnissiah gave me an equally valuable revelation. The sacred spirit that lives on the bows of the ship mechanism differs from the analogous forms. The spirit holder holds a unique power that cannot be called anything less than a blessing of the machine god. What's this mean? Hypothesis. In Extremis, the ship's spirit is capable of making unpredictable calculations and actions. Impossible to predict how it will behave in a given situation. I believe this spirit is currently showing obedience, at least for now. I recommend we continue monitoring the ship and be prepared for new manifestations. Thank you, Pascal. I have no idea what the fuck he just said.
Shit's working.
Alright, we made it.
Yeah.
According to the telemetry that we're in the system of Calva Gamma, the main industrial world of the Von Valancius dynasty. Astropaths report the attempts to contact Governor Grappak have been unsuccessful. The Voxmaster is silent for a few seconds. Lord Captain, a new report. Sending a request to exchange data. We'll accept. Deafening screech erupts from the bridge's system. You hear violent tirades of garbled Guarenteed code like low chuckles of machinery. Lord Captain, interference detected. Compartment's Vox system looks like bridge is cut off from the rest of the void ship. Start of the picked recording. What is going on? The void ship's bridge.
A picked recording, by the way, is just what they generally call like video surveillance stuff, CCTV.
Oh.
So you're watching a pic of things that have happened.
The void ship's bridge sounds of working cogitators and officers' footsteps. The everyday scene is interrupted by ear-splitting beeping sound, followed by lumens going out and dim glow of candles and emergency lights. Officer's frame cries out, another falls to their knees, clutching her head over the beeping boxes. Shouts can only be heard what's going on. The doors are locked. We've lost contact. One of the bridge officers turns to the throne. Lord Captain, the Vox systems are malfunctioning, overloading our system. None of the outgoing transmissions are getting through. The incoming ones that do make it are distorted beyond interpretation. Let's decipher them. Team of decryption experts get to work. Data tethers are inserted into sockets so they connect to the cogitators. One of the Vox clerics leans over the console, another's writing something to a piece of parchment. She bursts into maniacal laughter and stabs herself in the eye with a steel quill. Tech Crease was mid-prayer, tears himself to pieces with one of his own mecha handwrites. More and more lunatics are mutilating themselves and lunging at each other. Portion of pick recording damage after contact with unknown object. Gloucester shoves a rabid servitor away from the Lord Captain as she rushes to help the crew. The image on the pic's fuzzy, nothing glimpses of people shouting back at the Lord Captain's orders. Within minutes, the crazed crew members are either dead or bound unconscious. Scrap code. The voice belongs to the on-deck engine seers, but turned to the Lord Captain from his station. We've attacked with scrap code, a tech heresy designed to corrupt machines. The transmission received from the planet was infected with this taint. It's running through the ship's veins. Omnicide Preservis. The Voidborn officer appears to be before the Lord Captain once more. Whatever it takes, whatever's attacking us, we have a backup procedure that can circumvent the Vox barrier. Atrium leading to the bridge. There is a terminal for an isolated system that might still be unaffected. A loud pop. The pipes over the officer's head burst. Blast of hot air flings the Voidborn away from the Lord Captain. Body slamming straight through a cogitator panel. Pick frame spins uncontrollably. The servo skull was jolted by the gust. The pick recorder falls over. Vox picking up the cracklings of electricity and death cry. Gas on the bridge. Junior Lieutenant shouts as he instantly doubles over, inhaling the poisoned air. Jeez, what the fuck is happening?
It's going down.
Evacuate immediately. Failed. Damn. I had an 85% chance of that. Poison disorientated people stand slow response to the order. Lord Captain's loyal seneschal stepping in firmly gets to work, personally guiding those who are dazed, insinuating direct commands to the crew. Carouse. Resist negative effects applied by some poison stimulators or alcohol. May give access to new dialogue options. Oh, cool. Leaning on a support beam, the rogue trader takes several deep breaths, trying to flush her lungs with air. Straightens, smooths her uniform, heads to the goal, known only to her. The servo skull follows. Atrium's in a state of panic. Silhouettes skitter around the dark hole, illuminated by a flickering of emergency lumens. Curt orders and someone's feverish words of prayer can be heard. Having lost all communication, the beheaded ship is writhing in agony. It takes a while for the Lord Captain to find the cogitator mentioned by the fallen officer. The panel of the isolated terminal is riddled with cracks and bloodstains. On the floor by the terminal, Tech Priest is lying in a heap with his head smashed and technical liquids mixed with blood oozing out of his ports. Take your chances restoring the terminal. Oh, I did it, Tech, you succeeded.
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh, ho, ho. Rogue Trader rips the power key off the Tech Priest mecha handrite, opens the cover of the terminal. Sparks fly to her face, but confident with the manipulation of the tangled wires and clanging levers. Placing the cover and ensuring the system was restored, Lord Captain brings up the required data on the screens. The maintenance bay is sending out hundreds of desperate distress calls, gone unanswered up to now. When the machines went out from control and started turning people insane, others, driven by some hateful paranoid logic, started butchering the servants of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Tech Priests have sustained heavy losses, but the remains of the cult are still holding the line. Out of everything that's happening on the ship, the situation in the maintenance bay is its direst. Lord Captain knows where the help's needed most. She decides to send officers or go myself. I'll go by myself. Arrives not a moment too soon. The crew, frightened out of their wits, have been cornered. Priests, the Omnissiah, are about to execute them. Lord Captain stands between the angry mob and Tech Priests, sheer presence already giving the crowd pause, harshly cutting off any objections of the crew. The Rogue Trader orders the officers she gathered on the way here to escort the mutineers out and set up a guard post outside the bay, where the Tech Priests begin to offer desperate prayers to the crippled machine spirits. Oh, that was the right choice. The walk to the bridge is uneventful. The crisis has passed. The wounded are crippled. The ship, nevertheless, is returning to normal operation. Life on the bridge is bustling as ever. Even though the people are surrounded by destruction, the senior officers have the situation under control, and the people have been organised. The emergency crew have already finished repairing the pipes, and the technomats are setting up the cogitators and consoles. The healers are bagging up what few corpses there are and examining the wounded. By the comm station, the Rogue Trader runs into the Vox Master. Praise the Emperor, you're in one piece, Lord Captain. Situation on board is satisfactory. I was just in the middle of setting up comm channels. Soon all Voxcasters will be fully operational. Another man appears in the pictoframe, a junior officer completely out of breath, carrying a heap of scrolls. The Vox Master nods at him. Here are the reports. If you find yourself to be able to return to your station, I can immediately give you the rundown of the current state of affairs on the ship. The situation's been brought under control, more or less. It'll take some time to eliminate the consequences of the attack completely, but the vessel is capable of motion. May even be able to conduct a warp jump if you feel we should leave the system. The bridge was suffered only minor losses. The reports mention only a few casualties have been replaced. Kiava Gamma went silent after transmitting the harmful signal. I'll refrain from sending the inquiries to the industrial world to avoid a second attack. I'm afraid we have exhausted our options for remote analysis. More information can only be obtained by closing the distance or sending away a party to the planet's surface. Pandora, we haven't managed to discuss the nature of my mission. I was assigned to your entourage for a reason. Time is running out. I'll be brief. I must be present during your expedition to the planet. Trust the greeting we received from Kiava Gamma has dispelled your doubts about whether the events on the planet require my scrutiny. Crew's waiting for further instructions. Talk to Heinrichs about the cult? What? I just got an X.
Might just be something that we didn't do before we left. Again, that's going to be an unavoidable thing throughout this game. There will be certain things that just get...
Oh.
But yeah, remember, see how the planets have, like, symbols next to them instead of words?
Hmm.
Those are ones that you have not yet scanned or explored. Probing Uranus.
Dwarf planets marked on the Von Valencia's Protectorate charts as Atoll. Serves as a backup source of water for the habitable worlds of neighbouring systems due to the abundance of bacteria proliferating in the Atoll hydrosphere. Extraction of ice was stopped half a century ago. To much of your officer's surprise, the augurs detected an unidentified mining rig deep underground. Presumably the excavation is aimed at extracting clay materials near the planet's core, rich with iron and other metals. Okay. Send a scouting party or contact the Extractium's Vox station. Extraction turns out to be Incendia Corda's latest investment, whose demence is located just within a few jumps of the Kranach system. While this world is of little value to Von Valencia's dynasty, your officers see the gesture as an attempt to test the boundaries of the newly minted rogue trader's leniency. Destroy it with a precise shot. Rogue Trader orders to behead everyone in the illegal mining rig. With the very best of wishes. Confiscating and rebasing the extraction. It was illegally set up. Let's do that. The frightened workers of the token security crew do not even attempt to resist superior forces. The machines are delivered to the flagship's cargo hold. Shortly after the officers plant Von Valencia's banner on the spot where the extraction used to be.
Yep. You just, pulled out her mining thing.
Yeah, that's our shit.
Yeah. Do you remember how space combat works?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because, before we go in, though...
Oh. That's right, SS Poopy Butt.
Just whilst you're... Why are you fighting here? I mean, whilst you're fighting this, I'm gonna go and refresh my coffee. Because in co-op I can't do shit here. Also, if you hover over those cloud icons, they have a certain effect on you. You can be harder to hit, you can be easier to hit, it might damage you as you go. But yeah, back to it.
No worries. Yo, Anubis, what's good, dude? How are you? Ooh. Working too much? That's a mood, my friend. I'm glad you're good though. Killing your free time, yeah. It's one of those like trade offers, yeah. Make more monies. But to make more monies, lose time. Which sucks. Sad you missed the painting stream. Sorry, we've got 2 more to go though. It's our little guy. The more it dried, the better it ended up looking. I was pretty stoked with it actually. For my first little mini. Shit, I don't know what to do here. Let's go get rid of this guy. Ooh, unavailable. You want to keep them forever? Got a way to see how far you've come? Yeah. It's a good way of thinking about it. That missed. Ooh, you can destroy the torpedoes before they reach you. But yeah, I was thinking about doing like a tower kind of is the next one. I think that sounds kind of cool, a little neat. So if I move here, does that mean I can fire backwards? I like the whole Gundam-y kind of look to them. All their mech suit things they have. The Riptide's an awesome model. I have to look that up and see what it looks like. Okay, I can hit that there. There's no real way to hit all of that. That kind of sucks. Yeah, there's my torpedoes, buddy. Big models, I want the Chaos Knight at some point. I mean, that sounds cool. What a cool name. Oh, they just moved out of my range too. That's annoying. Chance of internal fire. Okay. You got the most as standard Chaos Knights at this point. Do you do the actual big fights and stuff as well? Oh, you play it nice. You posted it? I'll be checking that out for sure. How many point armies do you play? Rev, I'm so sorry. All my stuff's been like disabled at the moment. All my alerts and stuff. I really thank you for the 999, but I'm so sorry at the moment. There's literally all my OBS is like completely restarted, corrupted. Fucking heresy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to rebuild everything from the ground up. There's literally no sound effects, nothing. Like, I've started completely from fresh. I'm so sorry, but I really appreciate it. It's a lot of biddies. I'll have to owe you something separately. Maybe we can come to something. Just send me an idea and I'll do it. Because I don't like people spending something unless they get something a little bit fun out of it. 2,000 points in 40k and doing Path of Glory and AOS is a narrative style. Your list is currently over 2,000 points. Okay, that's cool. I haven't actually, known anyone that plays the tabletop before, so that's cool. Welcome back. Man, why does the ship combat take so long?
Because it does? I don't know.
Okay, now we're talking. I was doing nothing. How you doing, Rev? How you doing, Nubis?
What's going on, Chips?
Your Rev dropped the biddies, but yeah, the whole OBS is like obviously getting completely redone. Holy torpedoes, Batman. You fucking nerd.
Where's the fucking dork?
Ooh, got you at the dork. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Nerd. Boom. Been up since 4 a.m. Yikes. It's a big amount of time being awake. I mean, it makes sense given what you do for work. But yeah, I definitely hope you get some more sleep ASAP. More free time, more importantly. Noobers actually plays tabletop 40k.
I mean, nerd.
Oh, I'm gonna get torpedoed. Fuck.
Sorry, torpedoes back at it.
Did. Oof.
Throw those torpedoes straight at that destroyer there.
Did you? Oh no, they're not out of reach.
Oh, you can technically know it.
The shield's gone. Like, I've got no shields.
Gotta pump some more torpedoes out and throw them at them next turn. Or give them an extra thing to shoot at.
But yeah, do I have shields to restart right now?
Yeah, you've got shields. See the grey lines on the outside of your ship there?
Mm-hmm.
There's your shield. There's the shields. And when you hover over your ship itself, you've got 70 on the front, 50 on the side, 34 on the opposing side, and 8 at the back.
Oh. And how do I heal again?
There's the restart shields button there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got at the moment.
Oh my god, stay away.
Oh. Oh no.
Money's a great comfort, I bet, for sure. But free time's, like, priceless. happens when new hires at work, so hopefully in the next month.
Hopefully. No, it's the start of combat, damn.
What I don't like is it forces you to move. Your way to fasten this up.
Unfortunately, I don't think so. Aside from just knocking out whenever you can. Don't forget also you've got those 2 green abilities on the left-hand side there as well you can utilize.
Oh.
So if you want, you can use like that swing run ability. You'll move a limited amount, but you'll turn around 180 degrees.
Oh.
Basically, you pull off a 6 fucking skid bag. But it's with a spaceship. And you can also, torpedo control, give control of the newest torpedo salvo, granting 5 move points. So you can inch a bit closer to one of those other ships if you want. Which means that, on its turn, on its actual turn, then it'll, be that much closer to be able to hit one of those ships.
Can hit him with the front gun.
Yeah, so go ahead and blast that guy straight ahead of you with the lance weapon.
Oof.
Also, with that reach, you might be able to move forward a little bit and then initiate a ram on it. Ram onto him, straight into his unshielded side.
Oh, no, it's only when I'm accelerating. Move too far ahead.
Well, shit. Well, if you move one step further up, you'll be able to shoot with the macro cannons on him.
You'll also be able to... Oh, no, I won't.
you can shoot that same dude, yeah, with 2 sets of guns now. You can also hit with your starboard. Heck yeah. And your port,
Just misses.
if you move up to that square,
Which square?
like one of the two, like, yeah, somewhere in that little. If you finish off in that movement area, you should be able to hit on maybe. Yeah.
Nice.
I'd say if you then do a sweep through that blue cloud there to help buff your shields up. But not until you've like finished firing and such, because it will disable 2 random guns. Maybe suggest moving to that side so that those 3 torpedoes in front of you can't get to you. This also pushes you through the cloud. And I don't know how far those corrupted melter torpedoes from the other ship will be able to travel, but you're still further away from them.
I could torpedo their torpedoes.
Yeah. You could also just push your torpedoes up into there so it scares that ship out of that cloud. I mean, you can, yeah, now torpedo, you can also torpedo that guy in there.
I think that's probably the better choice. Yep. Where's the big kaboom? Do a Yui, but I think the torpedoes would probably reach me.
It might have difficulty if you go there, but I highly doubt it. But it will also allow you to shoot back on that aircraft behind you. And you can also punch out your own another set of torpedoes at them.
You're right about the torpedoes there. Hmm.
I'm gonna fucking fly those torps right in the end, yeah?
Yep. Oh. That was close.
Poopy butt living up to its namesake here.
Poopy butt. Where are you dinging? I don't see that at all. If I go here, ooh. I could lance him. What are you saying here? Lance and ram.
Back here, and he can blast the shit out of you.
Nah.
It's all good, he's kind of fucked here, so... Here's what you can do with Yui. Definitely lands him now.
Ooh.
You took your shields off, and you can also torpedo control to get some of the movement closer to his ship.
Ow.
Alright, needs to evade those torpedoes for this one turn. Probably go ahead and hit that upgrade button. Alright, before we go to Calvagano, say first off you want to repair your hull.
Hmm.
And you just gonna click the green thing. Yeah, and then press V for void ship management. Once you've done your level up thing there.
Enemy ship to immediately turn 45 or 90 degrees.
Warp wave is a nice one.
Okay. Supreme Commander.
Hang on, I'm just waiting for it. So, Supreme Commander, skill required, Persuasion.
That would be Cassia.
Yeah. So you just drag and drop Cassia's portrait onto there.
Argenta's the best, 75. Ooh. Shield Master, Pascal. Master at Arms. Abelard. Probably falls to me. Components.
That's really interesting. That. Wait, what does warp channel require?
Law warp.
Ah, you have a higher warp understanding than your fucking psycho. Make it.
I think
Not by much, because it's only 45 to 50, but still, goddamn.
so. We can put these assault scanners in. No.
I think, yeah, that's why we swapped those ones out, because it gave the higher hit chance. Because once yes, a 15% critical hit chance is nice, but a critical hit chance is fuck all if you fucking miss.
Upgrade the RAM? Scrap? Don't we want to repair the ship? I'll repair 48.
Repair first, yeah. I think that the first thing you want to watch on is the hull overall, but... Oh wait, the hull's at tier 4. Nice. I'd say give the RAM an upgrade since you use it a fair bit. But yeah, you'll see now
Not enough
that
scrap.
the ship... Yeah, oh, like when you can, obviously. But I also just realized that the hull is at tier 4, whereas the RAM is only tier 2, so... Give it a point if you want.
Hmm. Alright. Oh, everyone leveled up.
You.
Hmm. Arch militant. Cool. Alright, we have to take Heinrichs with us. The pace of the game is very slow at times.
Yeah, like I said, it ebbs and flows. Sometimes you'll go race through bits, other times it's stuck on dialogue or space combat.
Heinrichs frowns, his eyes sweeping the manufactorum's dark halls. No solemn ceremony, no personal meeting with the Magi. I feel we're late. Von Eric. Our eyes alarm streaming out Pascal's Vox synthesizer and the neurotic broken rhythm. You sense a call to arms and warning of danger. Any suggestions? Look around and find out whether Rival the Rogue Trader did not elicit usual fuss. To speak plainly, I would not count a warm welcome. What's your mission? Conduct an investigation and track down traces of the cult of the Final Dawn. Okay, cool.
My success is an irrefutable certainty.
In this
What's in here?
tapestry of a world, I
Corrupted
am the
servitor.
rogue thread.
No fight. Okay. Multi-key, nice.
If you interact with one of them.
What about if I interact with the computer? View the log. Archives stored. View the first. Praise be the Omnisire, whose might and power transforms dead metal into make manifest the holy visions of the machine god. New protocols received. The synod from the great fabricator sensor have been executed, despite those who have shuddered at the thought of changing a standard procedure. Embolden your hearts. Those inner weaknesses breeds errors in personal calculations. Fabricator sensor is the conductor of the higher will and the wisest among us. Today at the Supreme Assembly, the Fabricator sensor unsealed the vaults of the sacred designs and committed to those deemed redundant or heretical to purifying disposal. Today the dozens of standard procedures were lost to be replaced with new ones, which the Fabricator sensor will deliver those who may demonstrate the greatest devotion to the serving of the truth. Data blinks contain no notion of the truth. Could there have been, may all-knowing one, gracious keeper, forgive me, an error of the Fabricator sensor's calculations. He meant to say serving the quest of knowledge. Logic, view the third data log, which is hidden behind the protection. Succeeded. Your knowledge of the machine spirits is sufficient to trick the system. False query, a craft of manipulation of controls. Instrumental terminals have already been replaced. Material delivery systems are being prepared for the divine transformation. Execution of new procedures has been delayed. There's some of our ranks who doubt the words of the Fabricator sensor and his votaries. They're susceptible to the enhancement protocol and carries our tech comrades to enlightenment. May the deliverers of fate be merciful to them. Inaction is death, and I must be returning to our great work. Praise be the truth that will reveal the pain and the knowledge is shrouded in darkness. What's this one? Discover local data crypts contents collected by the previous operator's machine spirit. Base data repositories contain millions of strings. Guess we'll talk to one of them. Servitors, before you appear, they're performing an elaborate, confusing dance. They rock back and forth with arms bent at peculiar angles. One of the servitors jerks and tries to turn to your direction. The rest immediately repeat the motion. The strange thing is complemented by a grating sound, dull clicks at the edge of your hearing coming from an unknown source. Absorb the servitor. Based on the accuracy inspection, you can conclude the servitors are designed for precision work and an assembly line, possibly circuit production. The number of high quality, expensive augments in their bodies greatly exceeds basic standards. Servitor's hand moves. It is slowly reaching towards you. Use agility. Gently and swiftly step away from the servitor. It stretches out its hand as it's trying to blindly touch in the space you've already left, and stills once more. It seems its brain is incapable of quickly processing changes on its surroundings. Find the source of repeating clicks. You locate the source of clicking. On the back of one of the servitors, a tumor oozing with murky ichor is growing straight through the augments. The relays coated inflamed tissue blocked, hence the reason for persistent clicking. Mutation in a servitor. Tech priests typically reject the use of flawed soft tissue in their constructs. Perhaps something is causing this aggressive growth. Medicaid, cut away the tumor forming on the spinal cogitator. Failed. Clumsy twitch of your hand, you cut off too much flesh. The stump suddenly swells and you watch as it consumes the entire relay. Clearly a mutation caused by warp energies. Its head turns towards you, the vox builds in its throat, lets out a strained screeching sound, at which point a perfect brainless construct spring into motion and lunge at you. Okay.
Another annoyance!
Don't forget you can position your bed too. Even though I think it just fucks off straight away, if I recall right.
Pretty much.
What? Huh? No. A wicked thought. I'm powerless to act. Schemes within schemes. Let's see. A wicked thought.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Poor Abelard's just copping a beating.
You say
Just a
copying,
minor
barely
setback.
keeping it.
Pain is but an
Feel better?
illusion.
Look at them, they're all in a straight line. Can't miss that. Oh, well. Spoke too soon.
We're going to take a step forward and use our brand new move we learned. Hit. Yeah, straight them.
Ooh. Do I have one of them? No, I do not.
Alright, fucking Abelard. Makes me fucking Abelard. What? Who said that? Let's go ahead and...
Oh.
And...
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
He's also got Daring Breach. Okay. What's old mate want to do here?
I was like, wait, where the fuck did you put Pascal? I see it now.
Natural.
Alright, Cabela.
Alright, so let's
Let your soul be purged.
Damn. I forgot that they could bleed.
yeah, part B person, sir.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. Ooh. His old mate.
Also, because of the nature of these dudes, his machine spirit banishment will do damage to them, as well as debuff them.
My vow is to serve. Running by Eric Overlist. value.
High momentum.
Might save the heroicism for someone else.
Let's see.
Go birdie.
Oh, a wicked thought.
Damn, I didn't know my pistol was that strong. I forgot. Yo, Hope, what's good, dude? How are ya? Look, I painted my first mini the other week. Same here, mate. Same. Yeah. Did she just kick that motherfucker 3 adjacent tiles? That's amazing. Alright, Abelard. Heal you up a little bit. And let's try.
But of course.
Ooh, okay. It's getting a little warpy.
Getting a little bit warpy up in here. Might just might want to just lay off the warp powers for a little.
Nah. This is Warhammer, dude. Nah, probably should, hey.
I'll put my psychic abilities to use.
It's all up to you. This is your campaign. I'm just here. Fuck your knee.
I won't object to it.
Fuck your couch, Charlie Murphy.
My blade whispers your name.
Oh, it's such a badass move. There's just blood flying everywhere. Buffing us.
Let's not use that. That would hit Abelard. I like to avoid doing that.
Activate calculated fury algorithm. Desire condemns you.
Phew.
There we go. Let's get it,
Fuck yeah.
Psycho in here. Alright, no goodies to grab.
Nah.
They will see. Oh, yes, they all.
Does
will
Abelard need a
see.
heal? No, he's full health, I forgot.
So 1 second. Have a quick look at.
Sure. Hey, Bean Hope. You played through Rogue Trader before? Also noticed that my game screen's like... It's probably been like this the whole fucking stream too. It's like cut off for some reason. Game capture. Do, 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 do. Oh, Decent Way 3, you haven't finished it yet though? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not like super far in or whatever. Why can't I can't even adjust the screen. That's weird. Oh, that's why.
Figured it out?
Oh, I figured it out all right. That's funny.
What did you do, or what did you not do?
So I had game capture open on the wrong thing, but I had display capture, so it was capturing my whole entire screen.
Ah.
Yes, but I had like cut off parts of the screen because I was sharing my browser the other day, and like I just like trimmed that off so you can't see all the other shit that's going on at the same time. So if I turn that one on and turn that one off, and why is it even worse? Transform fit to screen. Is that right? Have I done that right? No. Yes? No. Hello, Tiath. Long time no see. What's good? Game capture's on. I've only just noticed this. Sorry, let me just work this out. So if we turn this on, stretch the screen. Go to game. Is that better?
Let us seize the moment.
That's better, I think. Oh my god, I've been playing it like that the whole time. Hey, Bean Tiath. Alright, onwards and upwards. I see goodies over here. Oh. Doing good, Tia. Doing good. Just playing through some Rogue Trader with my boy Pants. The tech priest's lumps protruding underneath its bedraggled red robe hinted the mechanisms implanted in its body. See his haggard and sickly face under an archaic respirator augmentic. A click, clank, a barely audible hiss, and only the tech priest's vox finishes the word identification. Request denied. Pascal turns to you. Registering anomalies behavior within the servant's organics and an invalid noosphere response. This unit is compromised. Ooh. Let's use my awareness. Oh, succeeded. Study the robe-clad figure. Black border of necrosis spreads from around the tech priest's implants. For some reason, the body's rejecting the true flesh. A moment later, you recognize the dominant smell and the bouquet of the scents permeating the air around the tech priest, the stench of rotten meat. Pandora, heir of Von Valesius, Rogue Trader. Cogitators were processing the information. Malfunctioning Vox produces a crackled voice. Irregularity, execution of the fabricated sensor, approved protocol 3942 recommended. Why is the governor not responding to the ship's hails? What's heretic ships doing in this system? Denied. Not been doing anything telling me with the fabricator sensor. Anticipated process disrupted. Execution of disposal protocol recommended. Oh.
Oh, what an amusing attempt at defiance!
Who's gonna go before the corrupted Magos? Because can Argenta get there and kick him off the edge?
Unfortunately, I don't think so. Because
Damn.
there's a door behind him.
That's a door behind him?
Yeah.
But the gate's up.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
this
the back
one.
of an elevator there. Oh, you mean that guy?
Yeah, that guy.
Ah, I was the one that was behind the service.
Nah, not that guy. This guy.
No, I won't be able to kick him off, unfortunately.
Hurry. Oh, you might be able to.
No, as in like the kick won't knock him off.
Oh, it won't?
Like, when it knocks back, it won't do off.
You sure? The fact I'm here should show you how much I love your streams, Condi. Oh, thanks, Tiath. Is it like super late or early for you? Argenta reminds me from the Chopper Reading film. Oh,
Throne take you.
I'll give you the weather forecast for weather forecast from Tasmania. Be a hail of fucking bullets at Neville Bartos's house.
My ears are ringing.
Cleanses the body.
Silk Song, yeah.
Can escape the Emperor's judgment.
I was gifted a copy of that, thankfully. That was super cool, pricey to do, but be playing that at some point for sure. Damn, the range on that's pretty nasty. Although this isn't.
Let's see.
Get him, Clyde. I can get him.
I thought too highly of your skills.
Shit, didn't really hit you fucking Heinrichs.
High momentum.
Go Cabela, go fucking death waltz this. Go nuts, pants.
Oh, let's fucking...
Diamond Miner, good to see you still alive. I'm alive, mate. I'm alive. I've been pretty unwell.
Web.
And hello over on the YouTube and also on the Twitch, thank you. Been doing well.
Let your soul be purged.
Bit of a lie, I've been very unwell, but live and kicking has things. I think a lot of people are silk songing at the moment. I'm looking forward to joining that. Gotta hop on the Silk Song train. I will. It's probably good that I'm giving everyone else a head start before I start streaming it, because I know that it's one of those things where people don't want to be watching while they're going through it themselves, if that makes sense. It's Hollow Knight better, but different, and way harder. Okay. Yeah, we good. I'll jump into it for sure. Got a copy of it, which is awesome. I can't believe how cheap they did it for. You're spoiler free for it? Of course. Spoiler free, go for it.
Scorn the pain.
Yep.
Let's see to it.
Okay, Heinrichs.
Naturally. High momentum.
Oh no, Nightmare's Kingdom. Speeding of his boss, you can have a double damage. Okay, Upright, you get double damage, you get double damage. Everyone gets double damage.
You get double damage. You get double damage.
You all go home with double damage. Why is Abelard just groaning? Oh, that's why. Ooh.
I've suffered worse.
Whoa. Alright, let's make it a party.
Explorers know one route. Forward.
Will Machine Spirit Banishment hurt him? Yes. Yes, it will.
Request.
Oh, it's gonna hit everyone if I do that. Shit.
Running binary override.
We're hitting everyone.
System shutdown is premature.
Gonna have some health back.
Oh, careful now.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Hey Val, what's good? How you doing? Honestly feels like more DS4. What's DS4? Oh, it feels like a Dark Souls 4 experience. Right, okay. I'm definitely looking forward to playing it for sure. Up was interesting tonight. New person playing, nice. How'd the op go? Armor 3 night for Val tonight. Their group, and they do like Halo ops.
Fuck you.
It's pretty cool. Genta means business right now. Oh, we all parried. Or dodged. No worries.
Huh. What if...
Okay.
Imagine you throw a grenade and they just dodge all the time.
Genius at work.
Really, you could probably pick his face off the snap right too.
I can.
Schemes within schemes. See?
Oof. Probably didn't like that. Get him, bird.
Not either. Fucking what happened to the Margos? Well, see, we were all sitting there fighting away, and this fucking bird comes in and just takes his fucking face off.
So, I think Cabela's got a few yellow things to use.
Can't actually use those, Oh, so it's, yeah, no, those are from defaults. Those are bonuses from that.
But I do thank everyone watching the YouTube and the Twitch tonight. Things are a little bit scuffed at the moment, just rebuilding all my OBS, which was annoying, but part of the course.
I won't object to it.
Okay. Heinrichs couldn't really get over there to do anything.
That's fair.
Cafe Claire, highly specialized, the rogue trader. How you doing?
Advancing. Request approved. The scriptural prognosis is favorable. Request approved. The order is contrary to dogmatic protocols. High momentum.
Not what I said. Yeah, kick him. Kick him in the dick.
That is a blessing.
What do you have? He had a axe, crack grenade, crack, and a grenade.
Yep. He had a grenade and a plasma pistol.
The only way is up, up. How am I doing? I'm doing good. You guys can hear pants, right? I probably should check that at the start of the
Oh,
stream.
my nerves are frayed.
Somewhat. Let me fix that a little bit. Wonder, do we go forward some more? Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, that's close.
Duty prevails.
Think we go back and go across, or do we go a bit further?
Yeah, Entirely up to you here.
I mean, it looks pretty hell trapped over there. Let's go back.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Some goodies.
How intriguing.
Oh, what have we got there? 16 universal laws.
The walls.
Oh. Oh. Oh! The fuck is that? Fabricated sensor cubist dolphin. Massive Magos clad in ritual garb lets out a binary trill and turns to you. Deep hood of his mantle, two dimly lit eye implants gaze out at you. You hear another binary tirade, this time clearly addressed you. What's the matter, little tin comrade? Implants on the blink? Forgotten how to speak properly? What did you just say? Primitive creature, devoid of true knowledge. Could be one of the slavers who escaped imprisonment. Kneel, servant before the master of Kiava Gamma. Who are you? My name is Cubist Delphim, once held the title of Fabricator Censor of the Kiava Gamma Manufacturing. I rejected it along with many other fetters and hindered progress. As my faith was flawed and led naive fools to the cult mechanicus into the darkness of ignorance. Now I'm the world's master and serve the true gods. You tread upon their territory, but you do not number among their legion servants. Therefore, you must be subject to immediate disposal. As the senior functioning member of the priesthood of Mars, I, Magos, Explorator Pascal Hanneman, declare that the Temple of the Machine God compromised and forthwith forbid all service within it. I dethrone the Fabricator Censor, the ignorant heretic who has betrayed the Omnissiah, and condemn as anathema any and all standard procedures implemented by him. Let the cycle of the blasphemous operations he has put in motion be discontinued. Pascal switches to binaric and you hear dissonance burgeoning in the depths of Forge Cathedral. Some of the giant mechanisms heed his order and go still, while others obeying their fabricated senses will continue their work. Crashes, explosions, and clanging crumpling of metal signify that some dissent among the machines has interrupted the manufacturing's production cycle. Hanuman, liar, you are not him. Demons Hanuman obeys me, his mind is open to the voice of the void, and the scrap code he created protects my world, and I will not have you, rusted, refuse. When the misfit caste of explorators called me an ignorant, the statement is false. Your regalia has been revoked. You've been deemed defective and will be eliminated. Pascal turns to you and says dryly, initiating heretic search, designation Demons Hanuman. I wish to execute the retribution procedure. Jeez. He just doesn't fuck around.
The sections rarely do.
It's just A or B with them.
I'm going to go and do this. Why are you doing that, like priest? Because it's the best thing. That's how they operate. It's just, why are you doing that? No explanation of like, well, because doing it this way will mean that I can do X, Y, Z, I can check like 1, 2, 3, and not doing it this way means that fucking X, Y, Z happens over there. Or say, because it's what I determined to be the best thing.
What did you do to the governor? Removal of unserviceable artifacts was the first step before retooling the world. Only my tech comrades heeded the call of the truth and reached their cogitators, allowed them to pierce the veil of empty dogmas. Poor old Gaprak, 10 or so years back, he told me he felt uneasy at the presence of the Tin Can comrades, I mean, the esteemed Adeptus Mechanicus. He casually complained about not having been dealt with more normal planet. I'll have to honour his memory with a prayer once we finish purging this place. Abelard brandishes his weapon. Thankfully, the fabricator sensor here doesn't require any coercion to confess to treason. Cozy Cat, hello, what's going on? Welcome on in. We've been discussing our favourite groups of Warhammer 40k lore and whatnot. Always wonder what everyone's favourite is. Yo! And with a raid too, that was sneaky. Thank you. What's happening? Welcome on in. Were you playing a bit of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader? Thanks, Pants. That's not working at the moment though. We'll have to do a slash shout out instead. Because my OBS is in complete disarray right now. And being rebuilt. Welcome on in, Cozy and friends. How y'all doing? We're doing something not very cozy right now. And we're destroying some, I don't even know what you want to call it. Your browser crashed, that's all good. Welcome on in, what were you playing? So you've traded one master for another. I would have expected a fabricator sensor to be smarter than that. Yeah, this thing, look at it. Out of nightmares. I will rip it out your spinal column and braid it around my staff, you arrogant creature. Light Wars, Nintendo 64, Dawn of War, and Marvel Rivals. Light Wars on Nintendo 64. I've never heard of that game.
It's
Star Fox. Okay, cool.
It's the other main Twilight Wars.
Interesting. I wasn't aware that there was a Star Fox game on Nintendo 64. I know there was the GameCube like Star Fox Adventures game.
The original was on Nintendo or Super Nintendo. And then they basically remade that on the 64. And then they released that smooth version that they reviewed the fucking GameCube.
You didn't like Star Fox Adventures?
Played it, to be honest, but apparently it was just not what the other games were.
It was very much like an adventure game. I've never heard of Dawn of War as well, but Marvel Rivals, yeah, I played a little bit of Rivals.
Is Warhammer 40k.
Oh, cool.
It's a strategy game.
It was aggressively fine. Aggressively fine, I like that. If I had that on my tombstone, I'd be happy. He was aggressively fine. This is my world and it will only serve only me. Even accuracy analysis of the data shows that the probability of this outcome is negligible. You, like your predecessor, are but an artifact. You may be driven by your will to fight, but know this, Kiava Gamma has already been converted, its lines have been restructured, its servants have already been tested. The fruits of progress in the crucibles of this manufactorum, torrid liquid metals, will be used to forge vessels for sacred spirits. The adepts have already tirelessly delving deeper into new mysteries that were once barred by false tenets. You, servants of fate gods, are too late. The entire night of this world will soon rise up against the anathema and his slaves. So many open admissions of heresy and so few sentences. Sister, how many death sentences would you say these words warrant? I cannot answer that. It's not my duty to measure the guilt of heretics. When the Adeptus Sororitas appear before enemies of the Imperium, it's time to fire, not count. Jesus. Sorry to raid and run. Never apologize for having to do that. Thank you for looking after my kids. You're welcome. I'll take good care of them. And I'll go drop you a follow as well. Check you out next time I'm free. Thanks for dropping by. Rest up, hydrate, stretch, do whatever you need. And welcome on in everyone, I'm Condi TV. I play this every week with my friend Pants. Been getting more and more into Warhammer and its lore and stuff. We painted this the other week. My first ever mini. So that was kind of cool. But we play a bunch of other stuff here too. So lots of JRPGs. Been playing through Dark Souls 3. We've played through Hollow Knight recently. We've got a bunch of people looking forward to starting Silk Song. Heaps of different stuff here all the time. It's a bit of variety. This is one of those times. The name of the Golden Throne. I'll stop you on those who follow you. You deserve a painful death for what you brought upon the machines. You know why I like deranged tin cans like you? When you're killed, you leave behind plenty of useful spare parts. I think I'll make a portable recap machine out of you. I'm just going to give them 2. Imperfect machines merit elimination, as do living elements prone to vulnerabilities such as sentimentality. Ugh, can't even put it together right now. Comrades purge the manufacturer of random variables.
Did you have any idea what he was just talking about?
No idea. I have no idea. That was like he's being corrupted by something in the
one
warp
step at a time amidst
that's
the
made him
madness.
believe into another god or something.
Why is Camilla all the way up there? Okay.
I've got no idea. But now we're with Cabela.
Sweet.
Clyde's having a hard time. There was someone here. It's a good place to hide or set up another ambush. It does seem hot. How can we turn that off? I suppose we'll just send one person through.
Okay, so that one goes and that one goes.
Nice. No worries, Val. Go, 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 go.
Watch out.
Ooh. And there's a yellow magnifying glass on the ground to your right. Oh shit.
Too bad I'm still standing.
Shit.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Can you see them on the floor? They're smart as if someone walked through them on the way to the bridge.
Oh, there's Lex Mechanic here. Heavily augmented man in filthy tattered robes. stands before you as you approach. He hesitantly looks up to you, eyes filled with horror. Portable inscriber with keyboard hangs from straps at his front. You can see a detached cerebral cogitator peeking out under his hood. You have nothing to fear from us. Deus Mechanicus, the tech priest decides to take a better look at you after he lets out a ragged breath and managed to subdue his shaking. Heard my prayers, I thought I was alone. Heinrichs is just talking like a few feet away. A manufactorium Lex Mechanic Zeta 86 performed the rituals for the machine spirits, Foundry 95, up until we started going mad. Priests devoted to the Omnissiah suddenly started praising the dawn of a new something or other. They stopped the belts. They desecrated the visages of the sacred machines with unholy symbols. Some of them resisted. The others grabbed them, tied them up, and then they turned their implants to heresy. I saw madmen, my former tech comrades, deliberately connect those poor souls to corrupted cogitators, which is though infected with the scrap code. Nothing stopped them. I'm recording a violation of your commandment of thine own forge, be true sentinel. Apostate Zeta 86, your access are hereby revoked. Proceed with your report. The icy rumble coming from Pascal's vox causes Lex Mechanic to lower his head in fear of contrition. Is contrition like just being told off discipline? How did you manage to avoid the same fate? I didn't avoid it. They performed the same procedure. I felt the touch of the unholy code. I allowed it to control me. I abandoned my sacred post and followed one of the traitors, serving his will and gathering all the data for blasphemous experiments. I was driven by an unholy impulse coming from the depths of my auxiliary cogitator, where the code had lodged itself. Before I found a way to throw off the compulsion, I witnessed horrifying heresy, the extraction of true flesh and its decomposition on altars, perverse procedures that resulted in heretical abominations. They even accompanied a fallen Magos to the fabricator censor himself to attend to the unholy mass he led personally. It was a wicked ritual full of willful deviations and blatant inaccuracies, all to create an ungodly monster in the name of a final dawn. Don't act like the other priests who were affected with the corruption. Praise the gifts of the Omnissiah. I managed to disconnect my external cogitator, which I used for primary data processing. The machine is corrupted. Scrap code's locked inside. It's like a beast in a cage, but anyone who tries looking will fall victim to the heretical program. Our primitive brain's been marked by corruption. I still see their silhouettes, hear their interference. I sense the malfunctions in my augmetrics. I was still saved by from the great sacrifice. We blessed are the workings of the Omnissiah. Heinrichs tenses over slightly at Lex Mechanic's words. Like 60 feet away, bro. You see his hand casually stray to the handle of his weapon. Interrogators know how to act. You mentioned a monster. What kind of weapon? Not those constructs that are melted down in furnaces and sent to the depths of the manufactorium. Some kind of a semblance of a cogitator, a nightmarish parody of sacred machine, powered by not only the Omnissiah's grace, but the unholy spirit and life force of the unfortunates imprisoned on the lower levels. Don't know much except the fabricator sensor saw that machine is special. It was special to him and to the crazies that defiled the Omnissiah's abode with the obscene blasphemy. The final ritual he even called upon the Astartes, heretics who arrived in the manufactorium after the start of the uprisings. He did something terrible, and only after that were able to switch the machine on. It's a true abomination. Even standing near it is unbearable. I believe that even those who are deprived of the Omnissiah's grace will still feel its influence on them. Its monstrous power utilized for unholy computations of chaotic calculations, whatever the cogitator might spew at the end of this cycle, no righteous soul should accept its heinous offering. How'd your crazed up comrades behave? Like the grace of the Omnissiah had left them entirely, replacing free thought and process with a blackest corruption. I witnessed them desecrating structures blessed by the fabricator sensor himself. Though what do the blessings of that rotten traitor count for now? Like men possessed, they set up the sacred instruments and assembled shells and nodes that didn't match any diagram or blueprint I'd ever seen. Sacrilege. You mentioned someone imprisoned on the lower levels. They lay servants in the main units. They live in isolated segments underneath the sacred machine halls. I heard they were locked in there after the takeover, and then my crazed brethren changed their systems for disposing of slag waste and covered the machines in cursed symbols. The Lex Mechanic hesitates. After they started the cogitator, they dragged the survivors out of the segments under the machine halls. Well, what survivors had turned into. You demonstrate exceptional powers of observation and recall for someone who just happened to survive. I'm a Lex Mechanic. Gathering data is the purpose of my existence. That's even why they use me for, and trails off completely, understanding the subtext to the interrogator's words. They use me against my will. The scrap code turns everyone into a slave. Before I rid myself of the cogitator, I was forced to serve alongside those who perpetrated these atrocities and witness their obscenities. What do you make of it? Servant of the Omnissiah, I must know more about the final dawn, the fabricator sensor, his mass, and about his machine as well. I could give you the coordinates, but even though I was present for most of the blasphemies committed by those heretics, all the details that were captured and processed by my true flesh are in the augmetric that was corrupted by the scrap code. I'm convinced that if I hadn't fought off that foreign compulsion in time, I would have been doomed. The corruption would have spread to my biological cogitator as well. He taps a finger on the device hanging from his ear and several wires. I swear no devout priest should come into contact with what's hidden in that one sacred device. His expression shifts as he stares intently, the disconnected implant, and the still intact connectors protruding from underneath the Lex Mechanic's collar. The corner of his mouth twitches involuntarily. Abelard notices the look on Heinrich's face, and once he does, he sighs heavily and looks away. What are you thinking? Doesn't speak for several seconds, and gritting his teeth, and in a meditative tone he says, there may be a way to retrieve the cogitator contents via another device. He shakes his head. Even with the very idea of exposing a holy machine to the scrap code wasn't profane in itself. My augmetrics aren't universally compatible. They cannot be connected to another machine spirit. They were created to interact within the system of my true flesh, to innervate my compulsor unit and output data via the inscriber. Once I am safe, I swear I will immediately perform the cleansing rite and destroy it. In other words, there's only one way to extract that data stored on the cogitator. What are you talking about? To connect the cogitator to the augmetric system, the Lex Mechanic will serve as a conduit for transmitting the data. We'll learn the details, even if they're incomplete, the things he saw and heard, but is now unable to recall. The Lex Mechanic has been listening to your discussion in puzzlement, finally understanding what's going to happen to him, and he begins to back away. Anything but that. I'll die. It'll be worse than that. I'll succumb to corruption. I'm begging you. I'd rather be burned as a heretic than have the scrap code of my biological cogitator. Heinrich pauses for a fraction of a second, as if he's almost reconsidering. In failing to offer the resistance against the enemies of the Omnissiah, Unit Zeta 86 lost grace of his machine rank was recategorized as resource of the Manufactorium. The defilement and torment of said resource is committed to the advance the struggle against heresy and will not be deemed as an apostasy or malefaction against the living soul. Upon expiry of the unit's utility, disposal is recommended. Jesus. Oh. been going on Iconoclast so much, but
This is entirely your choice here.
we don't need the information. We need to know where the cogitator is. Even if the heretics' conversations are unimportant, I must know why the machine was so valuable to them. I'll tell you. A different old metric is responsible for my muscle memory. It has data storage too. I remember where I walked and what I pressed with my fingers. Here are the coordinates and the code. Possibly the code to the bay. Heinrich's eyes bore into the smaller man's. At last, having reached some kind of conclusion, turns. He is the subject of your word, Pandora. It is for you to decide his fate. You'll put him on the ship after the cleansing rites. A place will be found for him there. Excessive kindness, Pandora, gets good people into trouble. Let's hope the corruption only affected the disconnected old metric and not his soul. What's your skill with those three options with Bella? What's that percentage? Yeah. I've got low percentage.
10%, 10%.
I got 15, 45, 45.
Fucking
An offering of blood.
Data meditation is terminated.
sometimes.
This galaxy is my playground. What lies beyond?
55 and 5 with a Guarenteed. And 25 and 5.
Ain't seen that.
So you select a character.
Watching the lazy
And then you can
handle
just
sacred
change the camera
technology
and hover
breaks my
over
heart.
the options.
Oh yeah.
Figuratively speaking,
63
my
Pascal.
cardiovascular augmentation can withstand much more.
What is it, rogue trader?
Heinrichs. Wow, he's abysmal. Pascal's our best bet.
Are authorized. Calculating optimal route.
Oh, it's Milokovsky.
Ave Barrett.
Operation
Hey, we got it.
successful.
There is
10
only
ballistic skill,
death.
25%
Yours
critical damage.
or mine.
Ooh. We got the Tox dispenser module. And there's an athletics check down here too,
Anything worthy of my attention?
which I think 40% Cabela might be the way to go.
The stars are my canvas, and anarchy is my brush.
A bitter
Oh,
end.
strike me again. See what happens.
Oh,
In this tapestry of a world, I am
well,
the rogue thread.
considering the time,
See if they're in court.
yeah. 'Cause I'm
Alright.
assuming it's a big section coming up.
Wasn't a lot of new things mentioned to you that you have no idea about.
Alright, I've ended the